Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month of August 2021 Psychic Tarot update. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you this month and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you. Remember, some months your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So now I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs and give you your mid-month Psychic Tarot update using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. And the first card you have, Aries, is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, no, is the Eight of Pentacles, sorry. Whoops. That's your second card. So the Eight of Pentacles is the first card that fell out for you, and this is the card of the apprentice, learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business, paying attention to fine craftsmanship and attention to detail, and you could be gaining a lot of financial gain from whatever is going on with this card for you. In some ways, Aries, you're building up something bigger than it was before. If you own your own business, you could be building up your business bigger than it was before. This could also be if you have a job or a career that maybe you work for some other company or business, and you could be building your career up or building your job up. I get you're finding little gaps and openings and little loopholes in what you're doing. So if you can jump over and skip over steps, I get you're doing that. Some of you Aries are finding ways to fill in the little gaps and holes in a business or job that you're doing. And taking things further, like advancing. If you are learning a new craft or a skill or a new job, taking some kind of training, or if you're getting job training, or if you're taking some kind of class or seminar or webinar or something, you're learning something, you're advancing something, you're moving up a level. And something you're doing, Aries, is grabbing the attention of people around you. Some work you're doing or something you're creating or some project that you're working on. Now, don't forget, this can also be Aries rising and Aries moon sign people. And also I get, you're going to find the gaps and holes, my guides just said to me, are also gaps and holes in the marketplace that you can now, you're like, oh, well, people need this service, so I'm going to do that. Or people could, you know, I could do well if I focus on this area of my business because this is what people need and want right now. So you may even be seeing gaps and holes and areas that need to be filled out in the world, in your neighborhood, in your group, in your, you know, whomever you are, your clients, your customers. So that's all that was coming up with the Eight of Pentacles. Now your next card is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens, the spirit guides around you, conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could also be the ups and downs of karma could be happening for you as well. You may even start to stylize yourself differently. I get some of you maybe like, maybe you're going to change your website. Maybe you're going to change the way you handle or do your business, your work, or your appearance even. I do get some of you Aries graduating up to the next level. This could be spiritually happening. This could be in your job. It could be education-wise. You may even be learning about medications or how to self-treat. Or maybe you're going to medical school, or maybe you're learning natural remedies, whatever it may be. But learning about medicine and education on that, or learning about healing. And maybe it's not that you want to do it for a living. Maybe it's for your specific, like maybe you have a health issue and you're like, oh, there's got to be a better way. Or I have to find, you know, solutions to this problem. And it could be a loved one to you. It could be happening to you. So looking into medicine, natural or Western, or, you know, whatever works for you. I see you doing research, studying, could be officially, like to try to get a degree or a certificate of some sort, but it could just be for your own knowledge. Some of you Aries are banking on something coming through for you. So you may feel like, oh, I'm going to get this deal. I'm going to get this check. I'm going to get this something. You may feel like something is coming to you and, you know, maybe it's an insurance payout. Maybe it's a raise. Maybe it's a bonus. It could be an inheritance. Could be a promotion and a raise. Like it comes up that Aries are banking on something happening. I feel this will eventually happen. It may, for some of you, it may not happen as fast as what you're hoping or thinking, but I do get, yes, eventually this is going to happen, what you're banking on. I feel it could happen any time between now and April. And you may go, April, but you know what? You're going to be turned around in a moment and go, oh, it's going to be April next month. Like, you'll see, time's just chugging along, going really fast. You're going to participate, some of you Aries are going to participate in something that's going to garner you a lot of attention. It could be a competition, this could be sports, or it could be you're participating in an interview, a radio show, a podcast of some sort, a contest, like something that's going to be positive for you, get you recognition, get you noticed, may create more opportunities for you. So this is what's coming up for the Aries in the mid-month of August Psychic Tarot update. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hey Taurus, you got the Hanged Man as your first card, and the only other sign that got double cards in this whole 12 signs was Aquarius and Taurus. You both got Hanged Man. This is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation and having to draw strongly from your own psychic ability and intuition when the Hanged Man shows up. You could also feel like you're waiting for something. You know, in some way, Taurus, I feel like something in your life fell apart. And you're kind of like waiting for it to come back together again. This could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could literally be like things in your home or property that, like, you know, fell apart. And now you maybe have to get them repaired. And I feel like you're really doing your best, Taurus, to try to see the positive side of things. Some of you may be having trouble with your knees in mid-August. You may have to wear a knee brace, or you may be getting arthroscopic surgery or gel injected into your knee, or maybe your knee is just stiff or hurting you in August. But some of you Tauruses are going to have trouble with one of your knees, or maybe even both. I feel that Tauruses are also being very diligent about trying to complete something. My guides are telling me that. So some of you are maybe trying to complete a work project, or perhaps you're afraid of storms and you're trying to get storms coming to your area in next month. You know, it's hurricane season. Maybe you're trying to get your property prepared for storms, or and so you're working on something. It could be a work project. It could be a home project. It could be a book or some project or something you're writing, or a thesis, an application, a book report, a business report, a budget, a will, anything. But I get you really working on something very feverishly, trying to complete it. I feel like you have said to yourself, I have learned the mistakes of what I've witnessed of other people around me do or not do in the past. I hear the collective consciousness of Taurus saying that. So some of the things that you may be really pressed about, you got to get done or you want to do, it could be because what you saw other people do or not do that you're like, whoa, that was a huge mistake. I'm not going to let that happen. So it's kind of funny. I don't really get inactivity here that much off of the Hangman like I would think, because the Hangman usually is like limbo. I didn't really feel that for you in this. So the next card you have is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is a water sign person. This is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, Taurus, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a water sign. That is possible here. This comes up to me as somebody that's coming in here as someone trying to entice you to do something. And they may be making you guarantees or saying, I'm guaranteeing success. Like they could be telling you that. So this could be somebody that's trying to get you to work for them or get on board with some kind of project or plan or something that's going on out in the world there that's like, I guarantee success. So you could be hearing those things coming at you in mid-August and maybe even going into September. This could be somebody that's also telling you, I'm coming in here to give you valuable insights and information. So this could be a water sign person, sun, moon, or rising sign, that is saying, I'm coming in to give you valuable information. Could be somebody you know, could be somebody on the internet, somebody that does videos. It could be a friend, a relative. I mean, I don't know. Could be somebody you don't know that's just telling you. If somebody is looking at you like you're wavering and you're on the fence of uncertainty about something, this Knight of Cups is coming in to try to push you over one edge or the other of the fence you're sitting on. If any of you are in a love relationship that's been going on for a while, you may get proposed to. This could be somebody proposing marriage to you or proposing living together or getting together like in a serious love relationship. So for some of you Tauruses, this is somebody that is interested in you romantically and is making that kind of proposal. But that's not going to be the case for all of you. That's why when the court cards come up, you really have to listen to all the different things that is said. This could be somebody you feel is totally dreamy and you're smitten by them and you've fallen for them. For some of you earth signs, that is the case. For some of you, this could also be somebody that you're kind of like skeptical of, or you want to hold them accountable for something. So that's a big dichotomy there. So you really have to try to sort this out in your mind, Taurus, how this is making sense for you. So I hope those messages were of help. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the Five of Pentacles. And this is two people that are feeling depressed and lost. It could also indicate financial bankruptcy, emotionally feeling bankrupt. Maybe you need to pay attention to your finances or money, or there's something you're missing, or you're not looking at something to do with your finances. This could also be one person that's feeling depressed or destitute in some way. Some of you Geminis feel like a lot of things are like kind of coming down on you and pressuring you in August, maybe even going forward into September. You may be finding it a little difficult to budget your money and maybe your time. Money and time may be something you're having issues with budgeting and managing. Some of you Geminis may have to become a little more realistic. Maybe you've been like kind of living in like a bubble or like a dreamlike state, or, you know, having a lot of like other kinds of distractions happening. Some of you Geminis may really feel like you have to complete your mission. And what is your mission? What did you come here to do? Well, everybody has their dharma and, you know, their soul path, what they came here to do. Maybe you're like wondering whether you've accomplished it, or maybe you feel like you haven't accomplished it, or you need to accomplish it, but feeling like being concentrated on your mission, your soul path, your journey comes up here. This is part of what's playing on you. That may even be what you're feeling pressured about. Maybe you feel like, am I really living in my happiness? Am I really following my heart and doing what really truly inspires me and brings me joy? Is what maybe that's the pressure on top of you, or maybe you have a job or a career or some other circumstance or situation going on in your life that you just feel it's pressuring, things are coming down on you. Some of you may feel like you want to buckle up, get ready for the storm that's coming. Some of you Geminis feel like that. Some of you are putting a lot of hope and faith in God or the divine source or a particular religion that you believe in. And you may be putting a lot of faith in that. Now, the card you have with it is the Moon. That's what your second card is. And this is secrecy and deception in romance. It could be secrecy by itself, romance by itself. It could also be showing your own psychic ability and intuition is being increased in mid-August. This could also indicate something could be an illusion that's happening around you. Some of you Geminis may feel in mid-August going into September like your feelings are really overwrought. Like you may feel like internally you're emotionally getting some kind of workout. You may feel like you're trying to be positive or put a positive spin on things, but I feel like emotionally, because of some things happening outside around you, is draining you. I feel like your energy is getting drained. You may be feeling like tired and you can't really understand the reason. It could be coming from the planets in the cosmos. It could be energy of the sun's frequencies raising its intensity and vibrations to a higher level. It could be making you tired. It could be I'm not an astrologer, but I believe it's like conjunctions. It could have to do with the new moon that just happened. You're in the Lion's Gate right now, at least when I'm recording this on August 9th. We're still in the energies of 8/8, the Lion's Gate. I don't know how many days it goes on, but I feel like that's playing into things happening for you. Some of you may have somebody that's a water sign person that comes up and wants to talk to you and seems interested, and they may want to date you. They may be a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign, or just a water sign person, sun, moon, or rising sign that's showing interest in you right now. Be careful, be careful, be careful you don't go to bed with the wrong people. I know that's going to sound like, what'd she just say? Because I don't usually give messages like that, although they do come up here and there. Because I feel like out of loneliness or frustration or desperation or feeling hopeless or getting buzzed, drinking too much or partying too much in some way, you may find yourself in bed with somebody and the next morning you regret it. So be very careful of casual flings. I mean, if you're already entrenched in a relationship, that's a completely different story. I'm talking about those, things that can just happen. I'd be very, very cautious of that right now, Gemini. Be really careful of that, because I feel like if you do get into that kind of situation, there's something that will follow that you're not going to like afterwards. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean even the next day, maybe months down the road. So be careful of that. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Geminis. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hey, Cancer, the first card you have is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a fire sign person. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign, or if you're born on the Cancer-Leo cusp. Some of you are deciding how you're going to handle some things, and it could be in a matriarchal sense, like maybe you're a mother figure, and it could have to do with how you're going to handle something going on within your family or with your kids. You could be male, this could be the patriarchal energy, but either way, it's just coming up, like having to like be the authority or a decision maker about something going on with your kids or family. Some of you may have a fire sign person that's trying to hide things from you, trying to keep secrets or hide something from you, comes up. And I feel like you suspect it. I feel like you either suspect they're cheating or lying to you. So this could be a significant other to you. That's a fire sign, sun, moon, or rising. It could be a sibling. It could be a friend or a boss. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you, but cheating does come up here, and lying comes up here, and hiding things from you. Those are the key words you need to focus on with that. But for some of you, it's not that. For some of you, like I said, it's a matriarchal or possibly patriarchal figure that's trying to make some kind of decisions about their kids or their family. I do feel this Queen of Wands person you're dealing with may be very insistent on having their way. They may be very determined and vocal about it. And this could even be you. Maybe you're determined and vocal about wanting to have your way if your rising sign or moon sign is a fire sign, or if you're born on the Cancer-Leo cusp. Some of you, this Queen of Wands is concerned about the nurturing of something and the structure of something. So I feel this is involving family or children. Could even be people out in the world worried about nurturing and the structure of things. Could even be the factions that run the world. Maybe they're concerned about how nurturing or unnurturing it is, and how the structure is being run. This could be somebody that feels that way about the country they're living in and how it's going along at this point in time. Now, the next card you have that came up with it is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes receiving the financial blessings and abundance coming from the divine into your life. You could be receiving a raise, an inheritance, a promotion, a gift of cash. You could win money. Now, I don't let the cards flip, so it could be the lack of money, but we'll have to listen why it's here with the Queen of Wands. It's like some of this has to do with how you're going to see how things are going to unfold to do with money in your life. Some of you are going to be buying something big. You could be buying a condo, a townhome, a house, a piece of property. Some of you Cancers are going to invest in this, whatever this is, because it's going to make you feel secure, which, hey, that makes sense for Cancer, right? Cancers like that feeling of security. And I feel that whatever this is, it will pay off for you in about 9 months. So if you invest in a property to flip or something else of value, whatever it is, maybe you want to get into cryptocurrency of some sort. I don't know. I don't know what it is, what this is for you, but it will pay off for you in 9 months. Some of you are going to leave a situation that you're in because you're unhappy about it in regard to money. This could be maybe you don't feel like your job's paying you enough money. Maybe you feel like your significant other is unfair with you about the financial situation in your living situation. Maybe it costs too much to live where you're living. Some of you Cancers, my guides are saying, are going to feel inspired to develop your own source of income, which I highly recommend for all people to consider. It's the wisest course of action, and I cannot stress that any stronger than I am right here. So I hope a lot of people cross-watch or float by and hear this message. You may even be given some kind of proposal or opportunity of how you can help somebody out financially, or somebody may be doing that to you, helping you out financially. So you could be getting an opportunity where somebody wants to help you out financially. Maybe they're going to invest in your business, or they're going to give you money because they feel like they want to help you out. You could use it. But some of you, it may be the reverse, where you're like, I see this person I care about, or I'm concerned over this group of people, or this person, how they're struggling, and I'm going to help them out with money. So that's one of those predictions that could go either direction. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. Wow, Leo, no joke. You wanted to just blast in here with 2 major arcana cards. You got Justice as your first card. So this is dealing with court documents, legal papers, lawyers, the justice system. This could be, if a situation is unfair or unjust, it will become fair or just. Now, if I let the cards flip upside down, it could be injustice. I feel that some of you Leos are learning a lot of facts about law, or the laws, or particular laws. Some of you are researching and hunting down facts because you want to prove your case. Now, maybe you have a legal case brewing, and you want to hunt down these facts because you have a legal case brewing, and you want to present them to substantiate your side of the story. But for some of you, it may be a pending legal case you're considering issuing to someone, an entity out there in the world that you don't like what's going on. Maybe you want to start a class action lawsuit. It could be a one-on-one situation. It could even be in a settlement of some sort, like maybe you're getting divorced, or it could be something to do with a company you work for, or with a client or customer. It'll be different for all of you what this legal information you're seeking, but I feel like you want to use it. And for many of you, it's going to be in some kind of court case. You're either going to levy at someone or something, or it's already in progress. Or it may be just to prove a point. Maybe you just want to have that info in your back pocket, or you're actually studying law. You could be going to law school. You know, oddly enough, you're going to make friends through that fact-finding mission. So whomever you're going to be conversing with about this information, these facts to back up, whether you talk to somebody online, on the phone, meet them in person, deal with them through courts or legal systems, you're going to make some friends here about this. Some of you are going to hold somebody accountable, and you're going to say, what you did to me was unfair and unjust, and it was not balanced. You might not even be trying to do anything legal. You may just be saying to somebody, like, maybe an ex really screwed you over, or a boss. Comes up first like an ex with that one, but it could be a boss or some other business, or with a coworker or somebody that worked for you, or a client or customer. But it really feels more like somebody you're in a relationship with. You're going to say something, you screwed me over, I was not treated fairly, or something that went down was unfair. So you have the Lovers with it. So there you go. Remember I said I got the feeling, I wasn't even looking at that card, I got the feeling like for some of you it's in regard to a love partner. Now the Lovers can be sexual chemistry with someone. It could also be having an empathetic connection with someone. It's not always love. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. There's an angel watching over the couple that could be blessing the couple or creating interference for the couple. You may have the feeling like, how did something go this far or this long? It could be a disagreement between you and someone. It could be an affair that happened between you and someone. It could be a terrible relationship or not getting along, and it went on and on and on, and the relationship still did not end. There's something that you are looking at like, I can't believe it went on this long. It could have been your significant other cheating. It could be that the relationship wasn't going well at all and it kept going on and on. It could be some other thing that you come to learn about, like inappropriate behavior or taking money or feeling gypped or cheated or anything like that. You may be like mind blown and go, how could this have gone on this long? You may be just coming to awareness of it in August or recently for some of you. Some of you Leos may be in a position where you have to decide what you're going to do with a relationship. And you also, some of you Leos may be really mystified about someone and someone close to you, like a love partner, and you may be like, what makes them tick? I don't really get what makes them tick. You may be like mind blown, like somebody you love or are connected to, you may be like, how do they come up with these ideas? Or how do they get involved in these wacky, crazy schemes or not great ideas? You may be like really mystified by someone that you're very connected to. Some of you may feel like you're very divided with someone you care about based on your belief systems. And that could even be about things that are going on in the world. I mean, how much more can there be division? I mean, really, it just keeps coming up any which way, and it's coming from all different directions. It's purposeful in some regards. I hope you realize that. Like, this is intention. But you may feel that way with somebody you're deeply connected to, either in love or, you know, it doesn't have to be a love partner. It could be somebody else that you care deeply about. You may be divided and not seeing things the same way at all. And I go back to the Justice card. For some of you, there's legal things going on with it. Not all of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Remember, if what I say doesn't make sense to you and you're watching your sun sign, please watch your rising sign and or your moon sign, or if you're born on the cusp, because your sun sign might not be talking to you right now. It could be one of the others. I get lots of comments under the videos and private emails, and also comments on Vimeo where people tell me that all the time. So please know, I'm not just saying it. It is actually true for many people. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hey Virgo, the first card you have is Four of Swords, and this is a pause, a resting phase, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness. This could also indicate prayer. You may feel very tired, Virgo, of being like under the gun, under so much pressure. Or it could even be under the pressure of not feeling well also. Some of you Virgos may really feel like, I have to take a break from this system of control that's going on. Where's that happening in your life? Is it with what's going on out in the world? Is that where you're feeling it? Or is it at your work? Or is it with your private life, your love life, your family life? Where are you feeling that way? You may also feel like you don't want to commit to something. Like you want to take a pause. Like you're like, maybe it's a love relationship. Maybe you have a partner that's like, I want to get married. I want to get married or live together. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I want to do that. Or it's some other kind of pressure. You know, like I said, could be things coming at you from out in the world. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this pressure. Could be coming from your boss. Some of you are trying to heal and get yourself back together after an illness or a surgery or a breakup. Any one of those three, and that's the order my guide said it. So you may feel like you need to rest, recuperate, bring your strength back from any one of those things. An illness, a breakup. Some of you are getting really in tune with yourselves, and you're actually able to receive messages and spiritual guidance even more than you were able to before. So if you were clairvoyant, which is mentally hearing your spirit guides, or I'm sorry, that's clairaudient. If you were clairaudient, where you were mentally hearing your spirit guides, or clairvoyant, seeing it in your mind, that may be amping up extra double time for you in August, but I really pick that up even stronger for you once you get into September, even more. Some of you Virgos may feel like you want to put fighting aside and back away from contentious situations. Where you just, it could be at work, it could be with family members, friendships that are divided, whatever's happening, you may feel like I got to take a pause from that contentious situation. So you have the devil with it. So the devil is being trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship, or being trapped or bound to an unhealthy situation. It could also be some kind of addiction that you're having, or that someone you're connected to is having. You could be addicted to an unhealthy relationship. I think I already said that. I feel that some of you Virgos are overwhelmed and feeling life is rather difficult to deal with certain people, because too many and things going on in life, because it's too inharmonious. I feel that for your Virgo sensibilities and sensitivities, even though you're an extremely strong sign, I feel like it's this dissension is getting too much for you. You're getting overwhelmed by that. Some of you Virgos have really hurt emotionally over somebody or something that's gone on within your family. You may have had a family member that was ill, or a family member that has disconnected from the rest of you. Or that they're, going through some kind of relationship issue. So if it's not your own issue, you may be feeling very overwhelmed and depressed and upset over something happening to somebody else that you're very close to in your family. And it's causing you pain, because you feel they are unhappy and they are in pain over something, whether it be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or physically, or all of the above, and it's causing you pain. In some cases, Virgo, you've had to hold your tongue about certain things, but meanwhile, while you're keeping your mouth shut, you're gathering information about whatever it is you're not speaking about. You may feel like there's a big threat or something to your family, or the peace of your life or your family's life. You may feel like there's some big threat here. I feel that you're going to put your mental ingenuity and smarts to good use and go on and do a lot of research and fact-finding missions, whether this is happening with things you're concerned about out in the world affecting your peace and contentment of and stability of your family life, or if it's finding out facts and information for personally, you finding out facts and information about personal situations going on. So just have to think about this one, Virgo, and always watch your rising sign and your moon sign if this is your sun sign and it's not making sense to you. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is a water sign card, usually, with the cups. So this is a card indicating ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worryment, worrying about the past. This could also indicate some kind of opportunity or something is coming to you in the future and or out of the blue, and you need to not be so inside your head that you're going to miss the opportunity. I feel like there's things that are shifting and changing in your life in August going into September. And there's some element of Libras wanting to be very clear about how they're going to proceed forward. You're kind of having the issue right now of talking yourself into things and talking yourself out of things. One or the other or both. Some of you may feel like, hey, you know what? I'm not having the time of my life. And what can I do to fix this? You may be testing the waters in certain things, like sticking your toe in one thing and then seeing, temperature taking. How do I feel about it? And then getting out of it and trying other things. This could be relationships, friendships, love relationships. It could be jobs. It could be creative projects and pursuits. It could be things that you are reading or researching or looking into. Some of you Libras may find in the end of August going into the month of September that you're very forgetful. Your forgetfulness could be kicking up for you. Some of you are trying very hard to assimilate to new conditions and controls that are being put on you, either by what's going on out in the world or within a job that you work for, like a business or a company or some life situation. You may be really conscious about trying to put out the vibes of what you want to happen or what you want to manifest to come in for you. You may have been doing that strongly recently, or you're getting ready to do that. And you may feel a little bit confused or disheartened about why you haven't seen some of the things that you've put a lot of energy or time or thought or manifesting capabilities into have not panned out or happened for you yet. Some of you may also feel like you don't really want things to change. You want to stick to the program, stick to the plan, stick to the relationship you're in, stick to the job you're in. So if sands are shifting around you and you have changes in your life, I feel like you're not necessarily on board with it. You may not really want to see that happen, but the card you have with it is very good. Not that that's a bad card. The Four of Cups is not necessarily a bad card. Sometimes it's a good card. You have the Ace of Cups with it, which is new love coming in. Could be a rebirth in an existing love relationship, or a new love relationship could come in, or it could be universal love. If it flipped upside down, it could be lack of love. I don't let the cards flip because my guides are going to tell me no matter what. Some of you are trying to heal something in a love relationship. Maybe you have a broken heart. Maybe someone you're connected to has a broken heart. Or there's a relationship, could be a love relationship, could be a friendship that you're trying to heal something. You may be putting out to a partner that you want a stronger commitment, that you would like to get married or or live together or have a stronger commitment, or your partner could be doing that to you. That could go either way. Some of you, this is directly connected to the cup that you're being offered here in the Four of Cups, and you could be very well pondering whether is that what you want to do or not. Somebody could be offering you, hey, let's live together. Hey, let's get married. Hey, let's stop being friends and let's be lovers. Or you may be in a love relationship and somebody new comes in and is like trying to entice you with like, hey, let's go out or let's get together, and you're already committed to somebody else. Because for some of you, not all of you Libras, some of you are pondering this love coming at you, whether you want to take it or not, whether you want to take that chance or not. Remember what I said in the beginning of the card, there's things shifting and changing here, and some of you don't want it to shift and change, and you want the status quo to stay the same for some of you. I feel like Libras are going to do a lot of soul searching about what are they emotionally attached to strongly and what they are not this month. That could be a love relationship that you're already in. You're like, you may be asking yourself, how invested am I in this relationship? How much do I love this partner? Is it enough to stay with them or not? You could be doing a lot of evaluating of where you stand emotionally. And that could be with somebody new coming in, giving you the opportunity of love and romance and affection, or it could be with a partner you're already with. And if you're single, it could be, you could be asking yourself questions about, how do I feel? Do I really feel in this stage of the game of what's going on out in the world with all this stuff happening? And do I want to embark on a love relationship with somebody? Or am I better off not doing that? So that could even be applying to single Libras as well. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hey Scorpio, happy August to you. You have their first card is the Empress, and this is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, or protecting you. This could also be a strong maternal figure in the living. You could be the Empress. This could indicate the birth of a child happening. This could be the birth of a business project, plan, or an idea. It's a creative card. The Empress is 3 is the number of creation here. Your very nurturing and caretaking energy is kicking up right now. You may feel like you have to take care of and look after everybody that's around you in your family, or it could be very specific people in your life you could feel that way about. Yeah, you've got all this nurturing, mothering, or nurturing capabilities that are really kicking up and enhanced in you at this time. Some of you may be putting some kind of positive spin on something that you're putting out there to the public. Maybe it's a new product you're going to sell, or a new service, a new product, a new service, or an idea, a concept, an idea, a project, a plan. And I feel that some of you, it could be like advertising also, but I also pick up Scorpios wanting people to get on board with their idea. Maybe you're going to make some big move, like your living space, or getting married or engaged or having a baby, or you're going to move and you want your family to be on board with it and be supportive. So you could be almost like advertising to your family, like, this is a good idea, this is what I really want to do, aren't you on board with it, aren't you supportive of it? And I know Scorpios, I'm not saying, I think sometimes Scorpios don't care what other people think. But in this regard, I feel because it's people you love and care about, you want them to be on board and be supportive. But for some of you, this is out to the general public, where you're like, check out my new products, check out my new services, check out my new website, check out my new business, check out, maybe you're going to do something with healing, check out, the services I can provide in this or that. Like, so being like promoting yourself, promoting your projects, advertising, and wanting people to be on board is what's coming up here with the Empress. Now, your card you have with it is the 9 of Pentacles. I like this. These two cards look like they really go together to me. And 9 of Pentacles is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. Now, that's my interpretation of these cards. There are tarot people out there that are going to not read it that way at all. But I always go by what my guides say, no matter what. I feel like you want to do things to upgrade your life, and you want to cancel out anything that's like unnecessary, dragged you down, doesn't feel like it's part of the program of how you want your life to evolve and move forward. Some of you may, if you had a house for sale before and you took it off the market, some of you are going to relist it. Maybe you tried to do that a couple years ago and now you're going to relist it. Or anything that you want to sell, I get listing or relisting. That could also be on auction, auction websites on the internet. If it's not listing it like a property, it could be personal property that you're listing for sale or listing for auction. Some of you Scorpios are going to gain a lot of money fast. So, maybe you have a boat you want to sell, or a car, or a home, or a piece of land, or some valuable collection of something that you have. I feel that, and it could be money coming to you from other ways really fast, but that's like the kind of way it's coming at me, of those types of things is how it would come to you fast. Some of you Scorpios may be thinking about that you want to build a home in another district, another town, city, state, country, province. But I did hear district also. So that's what came up first. So I feel that some of you may be considering actually building a property, possibly after you sell a property or sell something of value. I feel that some of you Scorpios are actually going to learn a lot about what I've discussed here in this card on the internet, because I get learning a lot about this on the internet. Some of you, I feel like you want to complete the journey or go to the next step to completing a journey that you're on. You may be trying to get pregnant. Maybe if you have Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign, you are going through the next step in a fertility process, in vitro or whatever it is. So some of you may be going to the next step about that. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Happy mid-August, Sagittarius. The first card you have is Four of Pentacles, and this is holding on protectively to things of value. This could be holding on to finances or personal property or anything of value, even your emotions. This could indicate financial success coming to you also in the future. This is often in old days of tarot was referred to as the miser card. Some of you Sagittarians may feel like you want and need to have more information about the worldwide finances or the stock market or cryptocurrency or like worldwide financial picture or your personal financial picture as well. Some of you are going to make some decisions to drop some things and to pick up others. So if you are like play the stock market, there's some stocks you're going to drop and some other things you're going to pick up. It could even be personal property or a home, a condo, a townhome, a piece of land. You may decide to drop it, get rid of it, and pick up one somewhere else. Some of you are going to be thinking about, like, I got to restructure my finances. Maybe it's like, I want this IRA, or I got to take the money out of that retirement fund and I'm going to put it somewhere else. Or I don't like this bank. I'm afraid this bank is closing. Some of them are doing that. You may be like, whoa, got to get my money out of there. Got to move it over here. Like some of you will be doing that kind of action with your money. Some of you are talking to people about how to get your finances going in a better way, or more organized, or in a better order, or getting, so this could be talking to financial planners and advisors at, you know, companies that do that, that have those types of people working for them. You may be consulting with them, or it could even be like a one-on-one person that you know that's very good at it, or a relative you know that seems to have their finger on the pulse of what's the best things to have your money invested in or not. You may want to take some money that you have and start putting into something that you want to build up. You may have money in savings and you're like, you know what, I'm building my own business, so I'm taking money out of this retirement fund or this, I don't know, whatever it is, savings, stock, whatever, and I'm going to liquidate it and I'm going to use that money to fund this thing I'm going to start doing, a business I'm going to build, or something. That comes up here for some of you with the Four of Pentacles. Your next card is probably you, is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is a fire sign person. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also indicate somebody else in your life. Pages can be children. They could also be adults that are immature or young at heart. This could also be a messenger about business, new communication of some sort, or the birth of something. I really get that some of you Sagittarians are really looking at something and you're trying to figure out how you want to structure something. It could be your financial story and situation that came up here. It could be a business that you want to structure and build. And I feel like you're doing a lot of futurizing and you're asking yourself, where do I want to, where do I see myself, or where do I want to be in 5 years, 10 years from now? Like, I feel like you're thinking about the long term, your future is heavily on your mind, especially in regard to financial investments, financial security, financial growth, in the area of business also. Some of you may be learning about other countries or other languages or both. And this could be because you want to invest there, or you want to move there, or you, either one of those is what I feel. It's one of those two, really. And I feel that you're going about things in a very practical manner. I hear the collective consciousness of Sagittarius go, well, I can't do everything all at once. Even though I feel that that is your propensity to do, or you may feel like at times like that burst of like throw the baby in with the bathwater, that like jump in with both feet. I feel like that's a very Sagittarius way, but I feel that you're not doing that right now. You're saying, well, I can't do everything all at once. I feel like you're trying to think of your future, being very cautious, very proactive. I do feel like you're ready to take leaps, risks, and jumps, though. I don't see you not, but I feel like you're going to do it in a very measured, researched, educated sense. Some of you may feel like you want to upgrade something about yourself, your looks, your clothes, your appearance, your lifestyle, your home, or something. I do feel that some of you Sagittarians are looking to upgrade something or multiple things in your life. And you may not be doing it in August, but you may be, or it may start in August, and you're considering it, and I feel like you will be doing it soon. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hey, Capricorns out there. You have the High Priestess first. This is you being psychic. This could also be not just you being the psychic, but maybe you have something you're keeping secret or hidden, or something could be kept secret or hidden from you. This could also be a high spirit guide coming in, giving you an important spiritual message. I feel like in some ways you've divided yourself. And there's some aspect of yourself, Capricorn, that in the month of August going into September where you have to bring these two halves of yourself together. I feel like you're doing a lot of studying, education, learning. You have a lot of wisdom around you in the second half of this month of August. Some of you may be talking to spiritual advisors, psychics, astrologers, getting counseling from, it could be traditional counseling. It could be from any of the people I named. It could be even in other forms. Some of you are going to start whipping something into shape that got out of shape. It could be your physical body. It could be your job or career. It could be your love life. It could be your appearance, like your skin or hair, anything. But I get you're going to whip something into shape. You may be concerned, like you want to seem like a positive person. You don't want to seem like a negative person. So maybe you're going to even be checking yourself going, wait a minute, have I been looking at things too negatively? Or am I always looking at things from a negative perspective? Or you may feel like other people are doing that and you don't want to be around them if they're doing it. Some of you Capricorns are going to finalize some kind of deal or contract that is going to bring you in more money or business, new money and or new business. It could also be finalizing a sale of a home or finalize, like signing something like, now I'm entering this program and I have to sign on the dotted line to do it. Like that kind of thing could be happening for some of you Capricorns. Don't be surprised. Some of you Capricorns may be very, very, very inventive in August and in September, and you could invent something new. So if you've got an inventive mind, write your stuff down or get it patented or try to manufacture it. You've got the Seven of Rods with the High Priestess. Now, this is negative energy, negative communications could be coming at you, and you are keeping it at bay or shutting the door on that negative energy and communications coming at you. This could also be you taking the moral high ground in a situation. You're either closing the door on it, you're keeping it at bay, or you're taking the moral high ground. I feel like you've had it with people trying to tell you what to do or people trying to convince you. You may be really, really sick of the news. Ah, ha, ha, that's so funny to me. Or you may be really sick of this side telling you this is what's going on and that side telling you that's what's going on. I feel like you are sick and sick and sick of hearing it, especially if people are like trying to tell you, convince you. You don't want to be convinced by anybody. You're not having it in August going into September. And I feel like you're really on high alert watching how people are behaving, you know, what you're being shown, how people are behaving, where you're seeing other places, how people are behaving. I feel like you're like, whoa, I'm watching this, I'm watching that. And I feel like in some ways you're like, I don't want to be part of it. You're dead to me. I'm out of here. Now, that could be not to people you know directly. That could be to things being projected at you, projected at you, projected at you, projected at you. Did you hear that again? Projected at you. Or it could be through people that are like trying to say, hey, Capricorn, you got the wrong idea. I'm here to like try to change your opinion because this is the right way. This is the thing that should happen. And that could be happening with your family members. Your friends could be doing it. It could be happening to you at your job. You may feel pushed around. You may even feel victimized by some people. You might in August going into September. And I feel like you're doing a lot of mentally gyrations of figuring out what it is you want to do next, or what it is you're going to do and what it is you're not going to do. I feel like you're looking at things that going on around you like instigators. Too many instigators. But where's that coming from, Capricorn? Only you're going to know. I can't tell you. I told you where it could be coming from, here, there, anywhere. But I feel like you've had it. You want to do things your way and listen to your own heart and your own opinion and your own mind. And you're tired of people trying to tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, what you should believe and what you shouldn't believe, what the way things are and what the way things aren't. You know, that comes up strongly here for you in August and going into September. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hey, my fellow Aquarians out there. The first card you got is the Hanged Man. This is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation and having to draw strongly from your own intuition when the Hanged Man shows up. The only other sign that got this in the mid-month of August was Taurus, and this was the only double card this whole month, which is extremely rare. Usually there's quite a few signs that have there's double cards. You know, where more than one sign gets it. This month, it was only you and Taurus, and it was the Hanged Man. You're coming to a time, Aquarius, where I feel like you are saying to yourself, I want to understand things better. And I feel in some ways, Aquarius, you're learning a lot of things from yourself. So this could be you self-educating yourself by books or researching things. It could also be, you know, watching videos or how to do books on how to do something, or videos on how to create or do something, or studying or research. But I do get you learning a lot of things on your own, through your own self, through your own will to do it. I feel in some ways, Aquarius, you're really trying to steady yourself, and you are trying to come out of a complicated or difficult time in this life or situations that you're in, like you're trying to come through it unscathed, where, you know, with the least amount of disruption, with the least amount of problems and fallout. Like, I feel like you're trying to navigate what I'm seeing in my mind. My guides are showing me two cliffs. Rocky cliff on one side, rocky cliff on another. You're on this still water. But on this rocky cliff, there's guns and ammo. And on this rocky cliff, there's guns and ammo. And they're pointed at each other, and you're in the middle of it. And you're trying to sail through it unscathed. So only you are going to know what is on this, what situation or people or thing going on are you feeling is on one cliff and what's on the other. You're trying to navigate through it unscathed. Some of you are focusing, some of you Aquarians are focusing on how you can clean up something in your life. Maybe it's like your emotions, or maybe it's stuff. Maybe you're like, you've got too much stuff and you got to clean it up. Or there's things that have fallen apart or gone wrong and you need to repair them and fix them and clean up things in your life. Either physically actually clean things up, or things to do with your life that need to get like sorted out. But you are trying not to get hit by any crossfire or get it. The guns aren't firing, but you're going through like praying, I hope that gun doesn't, I hope those guns don't go off. That's what I see for Aquarius. That's a little weird, huh? So, card you have with it is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign person. A Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Very funny that you and Taurus both had Hanged Man, and look, here in this card, you have an earth sign person. So this could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's an earth sign. This could also be somebody you're connected to. This could also be you if you have, if you're born on the Capricorn Aquarius cusp. Some of you are going to have some things that get brought to your attention about money. Of maybe some things that you need to change. Maybe there's accounts you need to shift or change. or bills that you need to pay. But something's getting brought to your attention about money in the second half of August going into September. You may want to create more financial stability and abundance for yourself, so you may start to reorganize or rectify or change something you're doing. That could be a business you own or a job or career that you have. You may also receive interesting news this month where you get some insights or information about how to protect your money, or really more about like how to make your money grow and have more financial abundance and security. You may even feel this month like you're going to have more, you're going to exercise more control about your money. You may feel like you have to do a lot of things constructively with your money in August going into September. And this could be, things you need to fix or repair, or money you want to pour into like a new business that you want to start, or a business that you have already. You may even be getting some information about how valuable something you have is. So you may be getting an appraisal of something. Could be your home, could be something else of value. You may be getting it appraised officially, or somebody could come along and just tell you the value of something without you even asking. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. So the first card you have here is Five of Rods. And the Five of Rods is an internal struggle going on inside of you. Or it could be a struggle with coworkers, family members, any club, group, or organization that you belong to. So it's a struggle of some sort usually. I feel like in some ways, Pisces, you may be feeling like, why don't I feel as good as I used to? And you may also be like struggling with that and trying to figure out what can you do to bring back more equilibrium and balance into your life. You may also feel like I have to be really careful and tiptoe around carefully with what I say, because you may feel like people are so touchy and on edge that you could say one wrong thing and set somebody off. Now, you may be feeling that about what people are like going on out in the world around you. This could be people you don't know you may feel that way about, but it could also be people that are in your life or in your family or live in your space or in any circle of friends or groups that you belong to. You may find in August going into September, you may get into some kind of verbal sparring with someone and have some kind of war of words, or not seeing eye to eye with somebody, having some kind of disagreement. For some of you, this may have already occurred at the end of July, because I do hear for some of you, this has happened already for some of you. And I feel that some of you Pisces are really looking at people, or people in particular out in the world, or people that you know, and going, wow, they're really unreasonable. You may feel like people are being very irrational and unreasonable in August going into September. But like I said, some of you, my guide said, some of this went on at the end of July. You may feel like there's nothing you can do to stop this. There's nothing you can do to circumvent it. But I feel that you may be very, very hesitant and not want to get in the mix of it. So you could be watching people around you within your family. If you're not involved, you may be witnessing it. And you're like, whoa, I don't want to get dragged into that. So for some of you, you are dragged into it. For some of you, you seriously want to stay out of it. So you just have to see how it plays out, Pisces. You know, these are general readings. If what I say to you does not end up making sense, which you really aren't going to know till you get to the end of September, because these messages can go from August into September, you really should watch your rising sign or your moon sign, if you can. So your next card here in your reading is, am I holding this in the right way? Yeah, it's like this, I think. So the next card you have is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is success. It's waiting patiently for success to come in, or letting go of something so success can come to you. It could also be at the beginning of a successful new business venture, or something, beginning phases of something new that will be successful for you. I do feel that some Pisces are really trying to hide their emotions and feelings from someone. You may feel like you've put yourself out there emotionally and gotten like a slap of cold reality, or somebody not caring or about your feelings or emotions enough. I feel like, Pisces, some of you have really put up with and tolerated a lot of BS from people in general, or somebody specifically. Some of you Pisces may feel like you want to launch off into a new direction. So like, let's say you were on a career path and you're like, you know, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to shift gears and I'm going to change what I'm doing completely. Maybe you're in school and you're majoring in something, and you thought for sure you were going to go down that road, but now with certain things that have happened in the world or other factors that have come into play, you're going to shift and change what you're doing completely. This could even be in a business that you already own. Maybe you own a business and it was a certain type of business and you had certain products and services that you did. You may be like, you know what, I still want to have this business, but I want to phase out that kind of area, and I'm going to gravitate over to these other new products or new services or new packaging or new way of doing it. Anything you launch now and in the month of September, ultimately at some point it will be successful for you. Whether it's a new business, a new course of study, a new product line, new services, new website, new career path. Pay attention to your dreams, Pisces, because my guides are telling me you're getting a lot of valuable insights in your dreams that are going to be immediately, directly connected to what I've talked about here in this Three of Rods card. Some of you are going to have the fountain of youth flowing, and you may find that you start to look younger naturally on your own, or you'll find some products that you can use to help enhance youthfulness in you. Or you may even be getting some kind of cosmetic surgery. But fountain of youth and youthfulness and the appearance of youth is coming up around you strongly in the month of August going into September. So I hope these messages were of help to all the signs of the zodiac out there, and I hope they were of some help. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe, and that way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record with psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for specific topics using a variety of divination tools that you're not going to see here on this platform, you can get my Vimeo videos, which are available. Those links are available on my website. If you go to the videos tab on my website at theluckymermaid.com, you will see all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and you just click under that video series, your sign that you want. Could be yours, could be your significant others, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I always post my most recently recorded video links down below in the description box in the Show More section, and to those videos I record for Vimeo. And the most recent video series I've recorded is the Horseshoe Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot Reading. That's 7 cards. And in those cards, I'm covering a lot of different things are going on in those 7 cards. So I hope you check them out. I think I did this series 2 years ago. It was one of the most purchased video series I did 2 years ago. So I did it again, and I actually used, I think I did I use these cards? I may have used these cards too. I'm not sure. I either used these or the Hanson Roberts tarot deck. So the other most recent video series I've done is, of course, the Psychic Crystal readings for the month of August for each sign of the Zodiac, which is a continuation of the Psychic Tarot readings that I do at the beginning of each month. After I stop the recording for your sign for the tarot, I then pick up the crystal and record a reading from the crystal. So if you want to see what my spirit guides had to say for you, for your zodiac sign, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, in the crystal for August, that link is down below in the description box. Also, my mid-year love update for 2021, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those predictions go out 6 months, and I recorded them and put them up in July. And the first half of the video is for the single people of your sign, and the second half of those videos is the coupled people of your sign. If you haven't checked it out yet, my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2021 for each sign of the Zodiac, I used the Celtic Cross Tarot spread, but not the full 10 cards. I used the 6 cards in the middle, the cross. If you want to see what came up for you for the mid-year going out until the end of 2021, that link is below, mid-year Psychic Tarot update. Also, my solar eclipse in Gemini, June 10th, 2021, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those last for 6 months. And I use the exact same format for the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, May 26, 2021, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. I use the exact same format. Those predictions last for 6 months. So that's being activated. Those eclipses are being activated right now. So if you haven't checked them out yet, sometimes the eclipse readings, I think, have a lot of important information to say. I would check them out if you are feeling like, what the heck is going on with me? If you haven't gotten those eclipse readings yet, you might want to get those. That link is below. Also, my career and finance, Psychic Tarot, and Crystal readings, those predictions went out 18 months in time. So they go out for 12 to 18 months. And the end date of that, I think, was November of 2022. So we still got a lot of time for those predictions to make sense. My Saturn in Aquarius, Psychic Tarot, and Crystal readings, those went out 3 years. And the time period for that ends on March of 2023. So those predictions are still chugging along. And what's lucky and new for you in 2021, Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings, they were, I did them in March of 2021, and they go until March of 2022. So still a lot of time left in those predictions. If you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use a variety of divination tools, tarot, oracle cards, and the crystal. I usually put it in writing. Occasionally it'll be a video, but usually it's in writing, which is usually 5 paragraphs long. If you feel compelled to look at those, I'm sure there is some message there for you in those 5 paragraphs. And those predictions are not just for the day I do it. They can be for the next month, 5 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I never know what my guides are going to say, so you might want to check those out. Also, if you would like to help support these psychic readings and the work I do here on YouTube, I have a donation link down below. All those videos I've just described, all those links down below is a link to PayPal to donate to this channel. I want to give a big shout out and thank you so very much. I recently had a big burst of people donating to my channel. They do it a lot, but recently I got a big burst of it. Thank you so much to each one of you who is so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot and it does help a lot. So thank you so much for that. So I hope all the signs of the zodiac out there have fantastic and amazing things to come that uplift you and make you feel hopeful and positive about the future. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.